Ladies and gentlemen, can we all join our hands together in the wonderful successful launch of Cleveland CycleWerks, Tamil Nadu, Chennai.
When we started, it was quite excitement, like when the Scott actually having traveled all across the world, he thought that India being the youngest nation in the world, it's important to explore this market, and that's where we came in touch with him, and we discussed a lot about the typical demography of India. As you know that India being the youngest nation in the world now, having almost 65% of population at the age of 35 years, and almost 50% population is almost at the age of 25 years. And this is typically the age group which we are looking at for our products in India. At the same time, when we look at the behavior of this the consumer of India, we talk about the millennium Generation Z typically, where these are the people who are, if you go and ask them like what are the type of programs you see on the TV, they say no, we don't watch TV, but we are mostly on the Netflix or Amazon or something. So this generation which actually be always on the digital platform, they always tend to go for new type of experiences, new type of products in the market, and that is where they exactly this product fit into Indian consumer mindset. So when we see the brand positioning of our products, it is like youth in nature. The attitude of the brand is something where it's not something a routine work people do, but something out of the way, explore your own way, and that's the kind of positioning we are looking at. So as we have seen the clip, we have launched Ace Deluxe is our first model. At the same time, we have launched Misfit. Both fit into a cafe racer category with a 250cc power engine. And overall, we have looked at almost metros in tier 1 cities to launch our products, where these kind of products or these kind of bikes have been appreciated a lot. And when we talk about Tamil Nadu, the Tamil Nadu state has seen or has observed a very high traction or high excitement for the products like us, for the motorcycle like us, and that's why we are trying to position ourselves. In time to come, we have seen, compared to other parts of the country, we have seen the Tamil Nadu has given a very high level of exposure and response to us. After this, we are going to open showroom in Coimbatore next month. After that, we are also planning to come up in Tirupur, and then even the Pondicherry is planning to come up from our group of people. So we are looking at somewhere about 7 cities to target from the same state, and which is, I would say, in initial phase of time for us, this is the highest encouragement for us with this many cities from one state. Second number state is something like Maharashtra state, where we are focusing right now. Our headquarters is in Mumbai, our plant is in Pune. We have opened the first showroom in Mumbai, and there are many more outlets that are going to come up in Maharashtra state as well. Like we are talking to Pune, we are in process of opening the showroom in there. We are in the process of opening the showroom in Nashik, Nagpur, Kolhapur, these cities as well. Apart from that, we also receive a good response from state of Gujarat. We are in close talks with the city like Ahmedabad and Surat, and of course the Rajkot. These are the 3 cities. We are in close talk with them. And at the same time, in the northern part, we have received the response from the state like Delhi, Jaipur from Rajasthan, and as well as few cities from Haryana. So these are how we're going to plan to expand. Besides, to a great surprise to us, last month we have got a response from Mizoram as well, and we have signed the leadership for Mizoram also, which we're going to plan up to inaugurate this showroom in a month to come, I mean mostly by January. So these are the expansion plans which we are looking at. When we talk about the Pune plant, we have installed 1 line of assembly there with a production capacity of around 35,000 bikes per year. And at this point of time, we have all the models will be coming as a CKD form, and we'll assemble fully assembled bikes there in Pune. So the bikes which you are seeing is completely made in India. And all the models which are going to come will have the same the business model. The CKD form will come up, and we'll have the assembly will be done in Pune. So yeah, I think this is a brief from my end. So I once again thank you all for being here, and we are happy to have our second showroom in Tamil Nadu. welcome Vinod for our family. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. He is typically into cafe racer category. These are meant for like largely into city application, lightweight in nature and power with 250 cc, 15.4 kilowatt horsepower and 16 Newton meter is a torque range for these models. When we look at the brake part, this is one of the USP for our car. Like both the tires are fit with the disc brakes, and in time to come, as you know, that ABS has become compulsory. So next year onwards, both the models, Ace and Mist, will be coming with the ABS built with also.
Can you throw some light on this US company? How it is that how many units they make and sell for you?
I mean, other parts of the world?
Yeah. What
So,
total sales for you?
Yeah, I think Scott is here. Scott, questions for you. Traveled across 23 countries so far and has proven his mettle in terms of feature and performance across the wide range of consumers across the world. So we feel that kind of response we have received so far in India for the products, it's amazing. So we will create our own space. I'm not sure about other brands, but for us, yes, we will create our own space in the market. As we launch, we already have 5 bookings before even launch of the bike. In fact, Tamil Nadu Sports Minister has booked the bike in one of the events like Jalika 2. We also have in Mumbai, once we opened on the first day itself, we got 4 or 5 bookings of the bikes itself. And we are waiting for delivery to that. So, having seen this response on Mumbai and Hosur, we are quite excited that the traction for new customers will be very fast, for sure.
So if you look at our first bike that we've launched here, if you're not really familiar with this style of motorcycle, there might be some features that you actually don't see. So in this category, you would traditionally see telescopic forks and a steel bottom or aluminum top triple tree. This motorcycle comes standard with our inverted forks, forged aluminum triple trees, dual piston front caliper, really large 300 millimeter rotor. Even in this segment, you'll see bikes that still have a drum rear brake. We're doing a 240 millimeter rear disc, so it's a rear caliper. And there's other nice features on the bike too, from the gauges, down to the engine. And the bike in general, we feel you have to ride to really understand it. And that's what we're hoping, is that people give us the chance and actually ride the bike and understand, really what it has to offer once you actually ride the product itself. So, like Pranav has stated, we're not looking to occupy other people's space. We're creating our own space in the market with a really unique product. And the big focus for our brand worldwide has really been on the lifestyle segment. Being a smaller motorcycle manufacturer, we cannot compete head-to-head on price, nor do we want to with the beginning tier of the market. And where we're at, it allows us to compete on a dealership level with better service. All of our dealerships have really trained professionals who have all come from the motorcycle industry. And I think the other thing that we can offer the Indian market with our young, youthful brand is, and also being a smaller company, is we can act very quickly to market demand where massive manufacturers cannot. So we're bringing this idea of bottom up to India, where every customer has a voice and we really listen to them. So that's one thing we've seen throughout the different openings, and you'll see me spending time with individual customers, dealers, with our distributors, even in our factory, taking suggestions and comments in the market from our line workers, the men and women assembling the bikes. And if there's one thing I can say that's something we're trying to do different, it's really understand what the customer wants and really understand what they're saying and give it to them. And the customers ultimately will drive our success in India. And that's our focus. We're highly, highly focused on what the customer wants specifically in this market. And we're even finding different markets are desiring different things. And again, being a smaller manufacturer, we can tailor our brand to those individual cities and even those individual dealers. So I think what you'll see coming out of us in the next few years is we're highly focused on this youthful American brand, but we're also highly focused on the customer. And you know, if you're looking for, well, what makes Cleveland different? You know, it is a premium feel and a premium product, but it really is a focus on that customer. So that's our big focus. Hello everybody, this is Scott from Cleveland CycleWerks. I'm the founder of Cleveland CycleWerks and the current design director. We design all the bikes. I'd like to introduce you my Indian team here. So we have Pranav, so he is our director CEO, and we also have Sangram, who is our, what is your official designation? Chairman, the chairman of the board here. So we're very excited to launch our product in India, and we'd like everybody to check out our showrooms. So we have 3 showrooms that we've already launched, Mumbai, Hosur, and here in Chennai. And we have 30 more showrooms that we're launching across the country in the next 12 months. And we'd like to invite everyone to check out the bikes, take them for a test ride, and understand what makes Cleveland one of the best motorcycles in the world. Thank you.
What is the pricing?
Pricing?
I think it's 2.5 to 2.7.
What is the fuel efficiency?
Fuel efficiency is 30 to 35, up to 35, but we have achieved up to 40.
There is any discount for the customer? Any offer?
Offer is depend on local showroom guys.
Okay.
We already launched in Bombay. Then we offer them something 5-7 per piece, less per piece.
So the dealers are allowed to also
The dealers
work with the customer.